Firoz, getting you some big updates coming in right now. And those are the live updates coming in from the SCO summit, where Jaishankar has once again talked tough on terror. Now, at the SCO summit, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar took a very strong stance against terrorism, pointing to the Pakistan-China nexus as a significant contributor to regional instability. He stressed that cross-border activities fueled by terrorism, extremism and separatism are major obstacles to peace, trade and connectivity. Let's go to my colleague, Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor, joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, Jaishankar has called on member nations to remain firm and on their commitments, but most importantly, once again, talking tough on terror at the SCO summit. Abhishek, very important statement being made.
Well, yes, absolutely, Shivangi, and that has been India's position all through its membership, and earlier the observer status of the SCO states that terror has to be tackled in all its forms and manifestations, and that's what gets repeated. But what is important is that unlike earlier times, this is happening inside Pakistan, and Pakistan is seen not just by India, but rest of the world community also now as a net exporter of terror, as a geography which gives safe harbor to terrorism, which provides safe haven to terror organizations. There are at least a dozen or terror organizations proscribed under the UN sanctions regime, and they happen to be from Pakistan, based out of Pakistan, operating out of Pakistan, and in some cases having proper state protection. So it was in the fitness of things that while generally we speak about terrorism from all international platforms as victims of terror, the mention of the same from Pakistan in Pakistan by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar gets even that much more salience. Remember, there are no bilateral talks planned, and India has made it clear that that Jaishankar is there in Islamabad because SCO is a multilateral platform, and India is a responsible member of the organization. Remember when he was asked earlier whether there would be talks with Pakistan or whether he would be indulging in some plain speaking, Jaishankar had said that, well, I'm going there for SCO and not for India-Pakistan dialogue, and then I would behave like a responsible member of the organization. I'll behave myself. The reason was that when SCO summit had taken place in India and Pakistan's then External Affairs Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had come, he had sort of created a mess around the whole event, trying to sort of monopolize the conversation and do some agenda setting by holding a press conference where he had brought in the bilateral elements of India and Pakistan under focus and even talked about Kashmir. So I think as of now, External Affairs Minister has been there for more than 12 hours in Islamabad, and he's, as he had promised, he would behave himself. He's not doing anything which can make it make the attention, media attention, focus on bilateral issues. But terror is something on which India has been talking, having a larger dialogue with the world community, and in fact, in this statement also, Jaishankar talks about the Charter and the imperatives within the Charter to make sure that no territory is used to foment terror in other territories and export of terrorism, extremism, separatism, and they are hardly likely to encourage trade, energy flows, connectivity, people-to-people exchanges. I think there is a subtle messaging there, Shivangi, because remember, as a build-up to the summit and participation by Jaishankar in the SCO meet, which is panning out now, we have seen some voices from Pakistan, from the business community. In fact, the likes of Maryam Nawaz Sharif and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, who's supporting this government from outside and not a minister now, they have talked about talking to India. They have talked about climate diplomacy, if nothing else. And a big section of the Pakistani business elite, they want to start or restart business with India and even dialogue with India. So in that sense, Jaishankar saying that if you are not going to do something about the three evils of terrorism, extremism, and separatism, then trade, energy flows, connectivity, are non-starters. A dialogue on those are non-starters. So that's a statement made by External Affairs Minister while in Pakistan, and let's see how it is seen and how the Pakistani side really responds to this.
All right, thank you, Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, for joining us on this. Jaishankar talking tough on terrorism, something that India has been very, 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 stoic about, that terrorism is something which is non-negotiable. The terrorism, they will not negotiate with Pakistan on terrorism.